here we are. This is podcast number 9.
Is that what it is?
Number 9, yeah. I'm happy we have a special guest with us today.
What's your name?
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Oh, I want to hear how you pronounce it today.
Matt Ralston.
Okay. So it's not Ralston like it was a couple days ago.
No, because see, you have to have a savvy. You can't have a guttural upstate New York accent to pronounce
The
it.
upstate New York accent is not. It's never been described as guttural. It's a twang.
I realize it's not guttural, but I just think it's a real funny way to describe.
Yeah, it sounds like a bear.
Guttural.
Most people don't know
Matt
what it means,
Ralston.
so I just think it's funny to say it that way.
That's true. But yeah, Matt Ralston, comedian.
Matt
So
Ralston.
that's what you claim to do. I mean, I know you're a comedian, but like, he's for those of you who don't know, he's like our group of friends. He's our Cosmo Kramer, in that he's always around, and no one knows what the fuck he does. Nobody knows what you do.
Well, I do stand up. I mean, that's a job.
Yes.
And Kramer was on an episode of Murphy Brown, and that was a job too. But you know,
Do you make a decent living doing stand up? Is that all you do? You don't have to do anything else on the side?
No, I mean, I make money like through commercials and
you don't recognize this voice?
writing.
What?
He's never written anything, but you don't recognize this voice?
No.
He's a big voice actor.
Are you a big voice actor? Gomer Pyle? Did you do Gomer Pyle?
I don't really know what that is, but
He
no.
played the farmer who wanted to kill Bugs Bunny.
What? Elmer Fudd? Or
No,
what?
the other guy.
Oh, the
I was like, I'll see it.
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. No, but what? He had a big. You had a big role, Matt. He was the voice of the Old Navy mannequin.
Were you the voice of the Old Navy mannequin?
and the body.
Can you do it for us? Because this is a radio show, so it'd be kind of cool.
Do the line.
It was
Do the big one.
yeah, I mean, the line that I got made fun of the most for was someone goes, "Hey, we got these new jeans," and I just go, "New jeans?"
That's not how you said it. You hid your accent there.
That was
In the commercial, he goes, "No, John."
Oh God. Yeah. No. Now that you did it,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I remember the commercial.
You know that mannequin.
Yeah, I
The idiot.
the idiot
Yeah, I
mannequin.
played an idiot. Yeah,
You were.
You played the autistic mannequin.
it was the best. You go in there like have
banging
some
his head.
bagels and tea and help yourself to all this candy, and then they're like, just read this line for it, because like there was no acting. I was just talking.
Yeah. They were like, "Hey, idiot, can you lean into the microphone and say new jeans again?"
Were you ever on anything else? Have you ever been on any TV shows?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I think.
yes.
I think.
Oh,
Is there one you might be embarrassed to mention?
there was
Yeah.
what was the name of that show?
He was on a show called
Motormouth. I mean, Next.
He was on a show called Next.
This is on MTV's
Oh,
Next.
yeah, Next.
So here's the funny thing. So Ralston used to live with me and 4 other guys in this house in Hollywood, and he was a mystery to us because one day he was just living there, and we just kind of went with it, and no one knew how we knew him or who agreed that he could live there.
He was the Kramer. He was the Cosmo Kramer.
Yeah,
There all
and
of
it
a
was
sudden.
weird. Like he paid his rent in like cash and like IOUs, and like his name's Matt Ralston, but sometimes mail would say Matthew Tracy. And so we were just like, and he was very inconsistent about his age. Like sometimes he was 23, sometimes he was 24. We're sitting there, like the 4 of us. He's not there. Just randomly, like MTV in the background, like we're like drinking beers.
This is kind of when you first
Yeah,
met him.
like
He's
pretty
still
early.
mysterious, has
Pretty
the weird
early.
names on mail and shit.
Yeah, and we just hear, like in the background, I think, and we all spin and turn here, we just hear, "Hi, my name's Matt, and I'm 25. And we were like, of course he was going by 24 at this time.
Oh, so he was busted
So
out
he
on
was
the
busted.
line. Next.
His manager told him to lie for entertainment, and he told the truth on TV, but lied to his buddies at the bar. Didn't quite nail it.
He didn't quite figure it out right.
Yeah.
So you guys are just watching. So he's not there. And
No, and we see it. We're like, oh my god, you were on the bus. You weren't like the chooser.
So tell us about Next. What it was like being on a MTV Classic.
I was supposed to audition for Punk'd or something at MTV at the MTV building, and I walk in and there's like 100 people with clipboards around and everyone's running around, and this chick, I don't know what, I'm so intimidated. I'd been in LA a couple weeks so she goes, "You're for next. You're next. You're next. Next. You're for next. You're for next. Right? You're next." And
She sounds like a real
and
sweetheart.
she's saying next. I don't even know that that's a show. So when she's saying next,
You're next.
you're next. You're next. I go, yeah. So I go into the room.
So this yokel's like, sweet, I get to skip the line.
Fast pass.
So they bring me in there and they're just like, so what's your, what do you like about girls? And I'm like, what the hell am I doing in here? And I leave. And they call me. They go, do you want to be on Next? And they go, we'll pay you $250. And I go, all right, then, hell yeah. So I show up and I bring some liquor with me. I get wasted.
They had people are on a bus for that, and they just waited in there, right? Were you just drinking on the bus?
Yeah. I was drinking on the bus.
Nice.
No one thought to flag that.
Well, no, I poured it into like a soda can in the bathroom, like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman.
Like,
Mr. Pibb.
I mean, I guarantee you I smelled like booze, but it's hard to get called out for that.
I've never been with you when you don't smell like booze.
So they put you on this bus, and the theme of the show, the woman, the girl who was doing the picking, was Irish, and her whole thing was Irish. She was wearing that show had like themes, and her theme was Ireland or whatever. And I'm half Irish, and I can pass for Irish, and all the other guys on the bus were either black or Asian. So I'm like, I got this.
Like,
I'm in there. I'm the only plausible Irishman here.
Because Chick's like a pasty, tall, white, Irish, weird-looking dude.
Yeah, no. Well, they do. Yeah, some
Of course.
And so they give me a line. What happens is you step off the bus in theatrical fashion. The doors swing open, and you deliver your line to the girl. And the line they gave me was, "Nobody puts baby in the corner," because the chick's name was Baby. Because obviously she's a whore.
You'll find out why he's mad soon.
So I go, well, I don't know about that line. The whole time I'm just riffing. I'm carrying the show, by the way. Can we agree that I carried the show?
He was doing well in the
For all of your friends.
because you were second. And so we're watching it, and they cut back to him on the bus, and he is being funny but ridiculous,
drinking his Mr. Pibb.
Yeah,
hammered.
but we're so nervous that the first guy is going to win, and that we're not going to get to see him. That everyone's like panicked, and sweating.
So I guess the first guy, they go on a date or something. So then, so I deliver my line. I'm supposed to step off and look at the girl and say, "Nobody puts baby in the corner." But I'm riffing the whole time. I go, "Can I change my line?" And they're like, "Yeah." It's like, "This show sucks. Do whatever you want." So I get off the thing and I go, "Hey, it's time to show this girl my man meat." And I see her, and they go, "Oh, cut, we got to do it again." That happens all the time in TV, as I would know. And they go, "We got to do that again."
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was only cool the first time.
Right.
When you got to say it twice, you realize how dumb and gross it is.
Yeah.
So for the second time, instead of reverting to their original line, I really want it on TV. So I go, "It's time to show this girl my man meat," and the chick, I think, just says next, and that's it.
Oh, you got nexted
Instant next.
immediately?
Which
Bro.
all that
That's
means is you're
embarrassing.
ugly. That's all that means.
Yeah, and the way that they cut it, you can't even tell the way that they cut it that the girl hears the line.
Right.
So he says it to camera, then they reverse to the wide angle. He's walking up to her. He's halfway into his first step, and she's just like, next.
You seem like a real nice guy, but I did you had a show tonight, and you were telling me earlier that it didn't go so well.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of breakup material because I broke up with this chick that I've been saying whore a lot.
Well, she broke up with you.
That's
No.
usually why
So,
the
move
horror
on.
thing.
Move on. So you're saying whore?
Yes, I'm saying a lot of horror, and people just don't respond to it that well. It seems.
I think females especially aren't liking that.
Well, my point was, all right, what's a whore? A technical sense, I just thought it was another term for slut until recently. But I guess a whore
Are they different?
is a literal prostitute. You know?
I mean, she accepts money in exchange for
Well, I paid for it. Dude, check this out. Tell me how...
I paid for everything, so...
I paid for everything, and we fucked. So, I went...
It's true.
Dude, check this out. I took this girl out to this nice dinner, expensive dinner, we're hanging out, pay for it, pay for some drinks after. I'm up to $100 at this point. You can get a hooker for $100.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to the movie, and there's a big line, and she's like, let's just hit up this automated little credit card machine where you get your tickets. And I go, oh, actually, I don't have my credit card because I lose my credit card all the time. So she puts her credit card in there and pays for the tickets. I go, all right, fair enough. She goes, you got any cash? Didn't even register. I go, yeah, I got a bunch of cash. Can I have it? What?
What?
How?
So she really was a whore
she
then.
crazy?
How whack is
She was a
that?
whore.
So you'd already spent at least $100, and she's asking you for
$10
for your
movie.
ticket or for both.
For mine, which is nearly worse.
And you've already
insane.
paid for dinner and everything?
That's like that means you have like bad values. You're kind of a fucked up
Whore?
person.
Yeah. Yeah, so whore in your...
What's another word for a fucked up woman?
So you kind of just went on stage and were like, whore this and whore that, and like...
Yeah, you're just whoring yourself into a
yeah,
drunk
I'm saying a lot of
oblivion.
whore,
So you're doing your whore material. You're talking about the girl.
Yeah.
And is it like a bad breakup? Like, are you okay? What's going on?
Yeah.
You handling it well?
I feel like every time that I've hung out with you, you've been going through a breakup. I mean,
It was a prolonged breakup.
It's still going on, isn't it?
Here's what happened. I was accused of being indifferent because I remember a very specific moment where she said to me, "What's the status of our relationship?" And I was like, I honestly don't know what that means. I don't know what you're asking me to say right now.
I love you.
She was basically saying, "What's your Facebook status?"
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that shit cray. The status, fantabulous. Like, do you have a thesaurus or something? Like, the status? What the fuck does that mean? So
she's like, it's over. You don't know what the status is?
I blew her off. Dude, she texted me one time. She goes, it's like 12 at midnight. I'm laying in bed just chilling. She's like, I really need to see you right now. Can I come over? And I remember looking at the text and just being like,
huge
tired.
sigh.
Just text her at 9 the next morning.
Sleepy.
Oh, sorry, passed out early.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Super biz D.
Yeah, I passed out. Meanwhile, she knows I stay up till 4 a.m. every
Yeah.
day.
Right.
Meanwhile, you updated 15 times on Facebook after that ignore.
Exactly. So, I was sort of indifferent. And then she starts seeing this dude, and I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm not going to let this guy, take the girl, especially since he's a fat trust fund prick.
Oh, you almost dropped the bottle.
Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of that one.
You're going to say fuck.
Just keep it to whore.
Yeah.
Keep it to whore.
So you decided to pay her a little visit.
So now you're stalking this girl? Is that,
No.
what's going on?
I'd never stalk anyone. She blocked my my phone number. And
Always a sign of not stalking.
She got a restraining order.
Well,
Yep.
she goes, well,
Never a sign.
you texted me something mean, and I was like, no, I just said that I hope that in 20 years you're sitting across from this guy that you don't actually like and that you have an empty look in your eyes.
That's so
deep.
much worse than saying whore.
That's deep, man.
Look, she's a musician. She's banging an A&R guy. Like, if you saw that on a spreadsheet,
Right.
what would you think?
That should be her resume. Just banging this dude.
Banging A&R guy.
So you
banging
wish her
Leonard Nimoy's
a
son.
future failed life, and then what happens? She blocks you.
She blocks number, which costs $5 a month to block someone's number. I legitimately considered signing up for 10 cell phones
Jesus.
just to mess with her bill.
Nice.
If I was a billionaire, I literally would have done
Yeah.
that. If I had
Yeah,
expendable.
like right now she's only paying $60 a year.
Yeah.
You get it up to like $600.
Dude, I could just,
That's restraining order though. So
no, but she would still hang out with me while the number was blocked.
right.
So I'd have to go seek her out, which is her little payback to me.
But then she eventually cuts you off, and then you decide to pay her a late night visit.
She eventually cuts me off. I am hammered at my house. I get home from a nice evening, and I realize I'm so lonely in my apartment. So I take a cab to her building. I know how to break into the place.
Wait, so I like where this is going. Continue.
So
Contin.
I break into the building, not into the front door. Pound on the front door for a while. She opens it. I walk in. She goes, "What are you doing here?" I just go lay in the bed.
What? You just like bypassed her and walked
I'm
to
thinking,
the bed?
I woke her up. She's probably tired. She'll have no choice but to lay in the bed with me.
And then one thing leads to another.
She must
and
want to
you're
go back
on.
to bed.
Yeah.
And at that point, I pull the old move. You guys know the move.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No, for legal purposes.
little-
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Let's just say there's a little rubbing, and you know. I don't have a specific move.
No, I
I'm
know
just
what you're
saying I would
saying.
make
You,
a
you
move.
figured that if you could get her in there,
Did the old rub and tug and
come on, stop it. You know what he's talking about. Just the the nudge, the foot touch.
the rub on the hip,
the nape. Oh, the hip
followed
rub.
by the digit.
Oh, the digit. Wait, so you inserted your finger into her
No,
penis?
she's standing in the doorway, terrified. Still, you idiot.
So what were you doing?
She's not terrified. I was just paying a visit. I was like, I like what you've done with the place, and
At 4 a.m.
yeah,
Broke in.
Okay,
essentially.
so you broke into her apartment.
I didn't break into the front door. That
Again,
needs to
not
be-
stalker,
that needs to
anything
be
stalker
known.
related here.
She opened the door.
So what ends up happening? Did she come and get in bed?
No, she's like, "You're not welcome here," and I'm like, she goes,
You're not welcome round. What is she, the sheriff?
I know. So then she picks up her phone. She's like, "Hi, 911. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend won't leave. Okay, bye." Like, it was clearly a fake call, but it drove the message across, and I suppose I respect, because she could have fucked me.
You suppose.
Right.
She probably could have had me arrested.
Oh, I'm sure she still absolutely could.
Well, she opened the door.
When this comes out, there's no question you will be arrested promptly.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of cops listening.
yeah, a lot of cops. We
Yeah.
send a CD right over to
Well,
the
then
station.
I will post a certain iPhone video on the internet if that happens. So maybe.
Oh,
Don't do
wait,
that.
what's this? Is this incriminating evidence about Big D?
I'm just saying before you make it.
Ooh.
I don't. the
Oh,
funny
no,
thing is
no,
I don't
no,
even
not-
know it is. It's of her, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just of us, talking.
Big D, you keep it pretty square. You don't let anything leak about you, do you?
Nah, I destroy evidence.
Except for that high school picture that I have of you.
No reason not to let that out.
Have you seen this picture?
It's real bad.
Okay.
Why would I
It
not
is.
want that to
It's-
get out? I'm extremely proud of that.
No, you're not.
I absolutely am. I think I look great.
You don't. All right, I'm going to start a poll on it on the website and see what people think.
You
Okay,
have
then-
peach fuzz sideburns.
Oscars is happening on Sunday. You guys got anything? Anything planned?
I think you gonna do the Oscars party?
I'm thinking about doing an Oscar party. Possible. What? The last party I advertised that I was having a chili cook-off at my house, and I just meant I was cooking chili. I don't know what cook-off really meant.
Yeah, nobody went because they were like, "Ugh, I want to cook chili all day. I just want to eat chili."
A competition.
Yeah.
How come no one's here eating my chili?
And you just said, "Hey, you want to come over and eat chili and have some drinks?" It would have been packed.
Would have been a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nobody.
Yeah, I'm
so
thinking
that
about
bombed.
it.
So do something better.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
Well, I don't want to have a chili cook-off with anyone I know.
can you just make chili this time?
Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's the same thing I did before.
Just
Can
do
I come?
homemade pizzas.
Yeah, you're invited.
What's with you and homemade pizzas, man?
They're the best kind.
Yeah.
So you're Italian, part Italian, right?
Yeah,
And you make pizza on Thanksgiving.
that's absolutely correct.
So you're from New York.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much a walking stereotype.
That's full on gweed. I do wear Depp hair gel as well.
Yeah.
Jason Giambi is my favorite player of all time. Yeah, it's all there. It all adds up.
Do you say Sylvester or do you say Sly?
I call him Sly.
So that's the Gweed. No,
Yeah.
you're full Gweed.
Full Gweed, dude.
Well,
100%.
Sly Stallone.
Sliced alone.
Is his name Sylvester?
No, it's not. It's Sly. Sly like a fox.
Sylvester.
I just realized his name is Sylvester.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What is he?
Yeah, what is that? He's the only guy in the world named that.
It's him and 78 cats.
And only because of Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Someone could get a restraining order against you just on the name Sylvester.
Sylvester.
What a frig.
How do you even call that name from, like, it's so hard to even come off the palate, like, hey, Sylvester.
Yeah.
It's like
Come get-
it's like 100 syllables.
Do you think in the history of the world there's ever been a guy on trial, they made him take this witness stand in his own defense, And the prosecutor said to him, "I only have one question for you, Sylvester. Did you molest her?"
Pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most Sylvesters are molesters.
I mean, obviously.
Almost all. Or
Sylvester
at least
the
they're
molester.
accused of it at least once. By the way, have you guys been following this Jeremy Lin thing with the chink in the armor?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Wait, I don't know about the chink
It
in
keeps
the
coming
armor
up
thing.
that more and more guys have done it. Like that fucking douchebag Spiro Adidas who used to do the Lakers games, who now does the Knicks games, also said chink in the armor.
What, really?
And he got... It was on ESPN.com on the front page. It said, "A chink in the armor," with a picture of Jeremy Lin.
After he had like a bad game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I did hear about how like these racial epithets
They're all getting
are
fired.
just really.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Like, because everybody's just doing it. Like it was okay to do.
I know. And by the way, not even that common of a phrase. It's not like you're watching the World Series and they're like, "Oh, that's ball two, another chink in his armor."
Right.
It's not a common sports phrase. It's like something
No.
like my grandma says.
Yeah.
I've literally never heard it once ever.
You know, like he's really in the king's court in this one.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
What?
That's the type of stuff he's doing on stage.
Is that your stand-up routine?
I was trying to think of another old timey. There's no other old English.
Yeah. No,
Oh
but it's,
God.
But it's so ridiculous. Like, and they all said like it was not intentional.
See, LeBron James is, approaching the arena for the game. He's wearing his coonskin cap. What?
Oh
Can't
my
say that.
God.
It's
Yeah.
a normal hat.
Yeah. It's a starter cap.
It's a Yankees hat.
Yeah. It's a red Yankees hat, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. No, I mean, do we have to cut all this out, or can we leave?
No, I would leave everything that Matt said. And then what I just said there. And then your laugh, and then Matt's laugh.
Okay.
Which is consent.
We'll just cut out everything that makes you look bad.
By the way, your fake Beats headphones are really annoying.
Why?
Because you think you're styling, and you just look like a fool.
Big D, look at me. Do you think that I think that I'm styling?
No. Your cap
Exactly.
your cap is meant to be white, and it's black, and it's fucking gross.
It's gray.
By the way, Retep called in sick today. Does he look sick to you, Matt?
I dressed down today.
Does he look sick?
No. No.
Yeah, not brushing your teeth for 2 weeks doesn't count as an illness.
What about not showering?
You never shower, so
So it doesn't either?
no, of course not. Why did you call in sick? Honestly,
Ache, sore throat,
would you?
flu-like symptoms.
You're doing a thing where you talk for an hour straight. You got a throat problem?
Yeah,
No, I told you what I was going to take some medication to make
Throat-
me feel better.
throat doesn't
and
sound very sore.
well, I took some medication that makes me feel better.
What's that, cocaine?
No, I took a couple of prescription medications.
Can I have some?
Do you want some?
I don't know what you got.
I told you I got some leftover Vicodins from a leg injury.
Do they make you feel good?
Yeah,
Do they help you sleep when you're
They,
panicked?
they make
and-
my throat not hurt at all.
on.
Yeah, I'll. I mean, I'm gonna have to get. You're gonna have to get a prescription from a doctor.
I know. And then if so see what I'm doing with my eye, the one eye, just the right eye. Can you see it? Yep.
No, I
will-
can't. It's behind a microphone.
I'll get a prescription.
Anyways, Matt. So
By the way, if you're trying to get a prescription for, if you said Vicodin for, don't tell them that it's for a sore throat, because they're gonna think you're either a drug addict or you're out of your fucking mind.
no, I had some
I have a
left over.
tickle. Anyway, I could get some horse tranquilizers.
Yeah. Anyways, I could
Good
get some
sir.
special K for that, which is what we're tranquilizers.
Sir, I've got a really pesky corner of my couch. I keep stubbing my toe. Can I get some heroin?
Well, actually,
They don't prescribe heroin.
I would eat a lasagna with no utensils just to prove a point of how hungry I am right now. Just to show it.
What would you use? Chopsticks?
No, just go face in pie eating contest
I would.
style.
I would pay fucking money to see that.
I'll do it. Make me a lasagna.
I can't. We're at your place and you don't have anything here.
And plus, you don't know how to because you're a fuck.
Listen, I'm not a fucking stereotypical Italian walking around with all.
What are you? What are you?
Polish and German.
Ooh,
I gotta go.
not.
Perfectly timed.
Really
you
not.
Irish fuck. Yo.
That's a brutal combo, dude.
Why, man? I mean,
Just nondescript and boring as fuck, man.
dude, Germans, Nazis, hello, Polish people,
Yeah, a little
real
excitement.
stupid.
Pole.
But I feel like the
Lock.
two cancel each other. It's a bad.
I mean, the
Oof,
Germans took
oof.
over Poland. You ever seen fucking?
No one will mate with you.
I've mated. I have several children.
Well, only other Germans. We all know how this goes.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
Fuck you! You got nexted before the first time she fucking looked at your ugly.
It wasn't because she thought he had bad genes.
You fucking mackerel snapper.
Ooh,
Mackerel
tough.
snapper.
Is that a racial? What is mackerel?
It's like one of the most old school American.
What is it? I don't even know what
It's
it
because
is.
they're all fishermen, so they call them like mackerel.
Oh,
snappers.
Irish?
Yeah.
I actually think that's just something your grandfather said.
it's not. Mackerel.
I'm thinking if you Google that, 0 hits.
I'm obviously gonna put it up on the website. Have you guys seen this new show? It's called it's a midget, and he's supposedly got a huge ego. And there's just a bit. It's gonna be this new show.
No,
Really,
what's it called?
It's the whole premise of the show. I forget. I'll have to put it on the website or look it up. But it's just he's a midget and he's got a huge ego. That's the whole fucking show. Like that's what it says on the billboard. That's what they're promoting.
What's the deal with it? That's so weird. Because
Is that not weird?
oh man, that's weird.
I mean, I'm obviously watching it.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying though. It's a huge like selling thing because you want to see this fucking guy.
They're like, you know how most midgets are generally just ashamed and really embarrassed with themselves. This guy isn't, and we're gonna film it.
You know, I'm surprised. I haven't seen it, obviously, but if he's super brazen, like, you know, like I'm not a super tough guy, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I could beat the shit out of any midget in
Dude,
existence.
low center of gravity.
I'll
Hard.
kick him in the face.
That's what you think. That's what he wants you to think, buddy.
I got a reach advantage, man.
Big D's like I've taken on a midget. That's how badass.
First of all,
I am.
it is little people.
I'm sorry, little people.
If you had to fight a midget like street fight style,
Little
like
person.
like not MMA,
Right.
would you actually be advised to drop down on your knees?
No.
Or just punch the top of their head?
No, I mean I wouldn't
Because they'd be lined up. Their fists are lined up with your balls.
No, yeah.
First of all,
that's the whole
here's the
thing.
thing.
I wouldn't expect them to fight fair for a second. I mean, they were going right for the balls. That's what I would.
Well, here's the thing, dude. I guarantee, if I'm a little person, I've spent all of my life learning how to take down a full size person. Like, I guarantee there's a shitload of little people who could definitely kick.
They
the
probably
shit out
think
of me.
about it at all hours of every day.
Yeah.
Maybe
There's definitely little people who would house most full size.
but I mean,
I don't know though, man.
next time I'm out and I see a little person, I'm gonna have a.
I don't even think they could get their arms around my neck. I don't know if.
Well, wringing some's neck isn't the only way to kill them.
well,
kill 'em.
I don't think.
Now we're
pounds
talking
you
about
with
like
their
killing
fists.
the people.
Dude, I think I could take any midge. Although some of them are real compact.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. It's all muscle. Trust.
Yeah, all midgets are fucking just all muscle.
Just got. We haven't had a. I thought you took the fax machine number down. We just got a
I
fresh
unplugged
fax.
it. I was trying to get you into email.
We got a fresh fax off the. Don't do that because some people won't think that we really have a fax machine. Off the Almond Joy fax line.
Ew,
new
man.
sponsor.
Why do we have? I hate almond joys. Sorry, we're dropping
Okay,
them. They're dropping us.
so now we just lost the money.
Mountains don't.
There goes my vacation back to work tomorrow. This is actually from Matt,
Ooh.
from someone named Deirdre in Killeen, Texas. She says, Matt, you sound like a great relationship coach. I think she's being sarcastic. She
Maybe
said,
she was abused when she was younger.
okay, interesting there.
Sound
But
like
she-
Dr. Drew Pinsky.
She says, Matt, I've been with the same guy for 4.5 years. Keep waiting for him to pop the question. Anytime I bring it up, he brushes it off. What should I do? Drop him and start over? Or keep waiting it out and put pressure on him to buy the ring?
That's a
And then it
wordy
says,
message. She
yeah,
sounds like
but,
I would.
But I get what it says, whereas you just blurt things out and no one knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Do you have like
She-
a thing
she said-
for her? I'm sorry.
Well, maybe she's my cousin. She's
So
not
you
just
do-
listening
so
by
you
coincidence.
So you do have a
dunce.
thing for her then.
No, and she says, P.S. I'm 34 and he's 35. So that adds a little bit of pressure.
Well, I would say, in this day and age where women want to make believe they can do anything, like half of them are UFC fighters now, and
Half of women.
they're doing all kinds of
3.5 billion.
gnarly shit. Like when I was a kid, construction workers were all guys. They'd repave the streets and everything, and all of a sudden there was a woman on the construction crew, But her job was just to hold the sign that said slow and stop.
Yeah. That's how it's always been, right?
Yeah, but my dad was a blue-collar guy, and he goes, that job used to go just to the old guy that couldn't walk anymore.
Right.
Now
The guy who's been in construction for 30, 40 years,
Yeah.
worn his fingers to the bone.
Worn himself down. Now they just keep him on the crew because that's the easiest job. Now some chick comes in. You're getting paid $50 an hour to flip a sign around. Anyway, I'm just saying, why don't you pop the question to him, Mrs. Empowered?
True that. Interesting point, right?
No,
hey, why
no.
is the onus on the guy to go out and
Because
drop,
it is. Because that's the way it fucking...
$15K on a motherfucking Rizang?
Because that's the way it fucking works. Because the thing about women is it's a pissing match for them. They're not going to go to work and be like,
but
I asked my guy to marry me. That's embarrassing.
They're never going to win the pissing match because they piss in that weird spray like a cat.
They missed. You're really good. You sound like you really know what's going on with relationships too, by the way. I just want to
If you have any more questions for Matt,
you can
please write us.
You can tweet him at Matthew Ralston.
No, don't give his info. Give our info.
Okay. You can go through us at Cocktails Kimono.
Because then we can have him back. Because like I said, he's always available. No, but it is annoying. It's like, and I'm not saying that women shouldn't have the right to vote. I'm saying if all things are equal, which they should be, why are there still traditions that are like rooted in, the 4th century?
Well, because men still do it. I mean, it's not their fault.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's because the guys still do it. Most guys are going to do it because
guess
and this is a throwback to what Matt said earlier. This is a throwback to what Matt said earlier. It's taking the hard way if you don't just fucking give in. If you don't just give in and do it, then you have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. And as we all know, that's the last fucking thing that we want to deal with because all we ever deal with is a fucking bunch of bullshit.
It's all bullshit. So it's just an extra layer of bullshit spread on top of your bullshit sandwich.
And that is why the 4,000-year-old tradition remains, my friend.
Well, there's still. I mean, dude, when I moved to LA, I mean, I couldn't get a job. I was trying to get a job waiting tables. Who are you going to hire, me or a chick with a nice rack?
That's true. Yeah.
So it's not even equal employment. They have every advantage now. Why are we still giving them more shit?
I know.
I think we should make it harder on them.
Yeah, we're going to get so much. We should go back before the civil rights movement. I mean, you got Hillary in office.
Harder. I love it, yeah. Make it harder on them.
Dude, I mean,
reverse.
Well, no, they should be able to vote. They don't, but at least now they have the opportunity.
I think you're really losing a lot of fucking fans.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, chicks in their 20s vote. I forgot. Yeah, they know a lot about politics. You're right. They definitely know who the Treasury of the Secretary is and everything.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they don't even know who the Vice President is. I got you.
I think
Al Gore.
I think Warren G. Harding should be president.
I think that guy from Twilight should be president. He's so dreamy.
I voted for Robert Pattinson. The box office is my credit card. I don't even know what that is. That's like Jeff Richards' drunk girl character.
It's really good. What's the worst bomb you've ever had on stage?
Oh man, I had a couple. I was doing this
Just
casino.
the absolute worst.
I got 2 that are equal.
He's like, no, I got more than one. I'm telling you, like 5.
I was doing this casino in Washington. I had to do an hour of material, and so they pay you quite a bit. And I didn't realize with that money you're supposed to pay an opener. So I just went up, and my comedy's not. I need an opener because I can't really start off a show that well. So anyway, I come out and I'm like just bombing, and there's 10 women in front that are old ladies, and they all have matching hats on. They're from like the Blue Bonnet Society or something, and they're pretty much the only people in the crowd except for like 4 like alcoholic gamblers and that are just trying to take a break from spending money because they give people free tickets to the show, just like you lost all your money, just please stay in here and like whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm bombing, and this old lady goes, we watch this show every week, and all the comedians are bad. I'm like, all right, so what's up with your life? And she goes, all the comedians are bad, but you're by far the worst.
Oh, my goodness.
Of the bad ones.
So somebody from the Blue Bonnet Society said that to you?
Yeah, so I go, oh, well, that's obviously rude. So I go, do you think you can do this? Why don't you come up on stage? Why don't you tell a joke? Okay, so I've been bombing all night. She comes up, I give her the microphone. She goes, verbatim. I always remember this. She goes, "Well, I always thought a job that would be good to have is the weatherman, because you can be wrong and still keep your job." And then she got like a standing ovation, and I was like, "Fuck this! Fuck you! Boo!" Now I'm lecturing them about why I'm funnier. Like, that's not even funny. That sucks. I'm yelling at an old lady.
You can't control yourself
God.
at that point.
Was
That's
fired.
funny.
Was fired.
Did they pay you?
For that night.
Nice.
It was a week-long gig.
Wow.
Other one was when I first
Just
fired,
lost it.
Fired. And they're like, and you walked out on your bar tab, so you owe us some money now.
Sounds like a better question for Matt would have been, what was your least bad bomb?
It's got to be real
yeah.
hard to fucking to bomb and know you're bombing. Like, I've seen a comedian bomb before, and he's just every time they're just like, "Yeah, come on, fucking, help me out here. I'm fucking trying." Or they just start and you can see him just like a slow fucking train
And you
wreck.
remember, being in the audience, you remember people bombing better than really funny sets.
Yeah.
I can tell you the worst. I've seen 1,200 hours of stand-up.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a kid on a show that Owen was on at the Improv, and you could tell the kid was nervous, and it was like a bringer show where if you bring 15 people, you can do a set.
Yeah.
It's at noon on Tuesday or something. And the kid tells, "This is the worst joke I've ever heard a comedian say."
You remember it?
Yeah, he goes, my dad's such a nerd. He's it's like, and it started funny. He's like, "My dad's the type of nerd who will go to a Red Sox game and he'll wear red socks." And so people are kind of on board at this point.
Yeah.
He goes, and I'm just sitting there going, "Dad, it's not like when you go to a Bears," or he goes, "It's not like when you go to a Cubs game, you bring a baby bear." And so it's pretty silent. And then he's like, "It's not like when you go to a Detroit baseball
He did
game,
another one.
you bring a big cat,
Oh, no.
a tiger."
Oh my
And then
God.
he proceeds to run through 30 baseball teams.
Wow.
And it was just at the
God.
point where then he just finished, and it was just completely silent, and then he just put the microphone back and walked off stage with his head down. But his whole set
God.
was just scenarios of what you would bring to a mascot. You don't go to a Kansas City Royals game and bring a dead monarch's skeleton.
You don't go to a Utah Jazz game and bring a jazz instrument.
Come on. See, you made it even worse than he was.
No, that was funnier than anything the kid said.
You don't go to a Miami Heat game and bring a space heater.
You don't go to see LeBron James play and bring the sun.
I saw a Great Dane up at Runyon Canyon the other day.
Uh-huh.
And this chick I've been hanging out with has a little Pekingese dog that's it's got to be you measure from the shoulder, it must be 6 inches high. That dog can have sex with the other dog and it would still work. They could conceive a child. They could fuck. That would be like me banging a dinosaur.
Yeah. No, it'd be like if you and an alligator had sex and it just came out pretty decent.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
How weird is that?
But see, when I look at a bulldog, I go, well, yeah, that's a monster that was created by two unlike dogs.
Yeah.
A bulldog, we accept it now because we're used to them.
It's so
But you look at
hideous.
it and you're like, oh, yeah, that's because they made a Chihuahua fuck a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hideous. Dude, bulldogs are so fucking ugly with their chops.
they
and
look
their
like
drool.
British people. They look like
why
guys
they're
that go
called
to
British
soccer games.
Matt, let's see if we can get him to commit to this on the air. We want to do an unedited hour podcast that we're going to broadcast live. But no one will listen to it live. But still, we're going to do an unedited hour. We want to do a power hour live on
60 shots of beer.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, 60 shots of Everclear.
No, 60 shots of beer, which is drinking 8 beers in an hour.
You down for that?
Oh, hell yeah. I
It'll be
mean,
fun.
that doesn't. Yeah.
I haven't done a power hour since I was 20,
Yeah.
so 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I would definitely, definitely do that. 'Cause it if there's a activity involved, it makes you seem like less of an alcoholic somehow.
Yeah.
that's
You're doing
true.
it for a reason.
It's like, oh, it's just fun.
yeah.
So you are
wait,
an
why'd you
alcoholic.
force 8 beers in an hour? We're just sitting at home.
Yeah, I was just watching
This is a
TV.
podcast.
Yeah. I was doing a show, doing a radio show. All right. Well, hopefully we will have you again soon. Retep, please go sit in the other room.
Listen, you
while that
still haven't
downloads.
asked me what I'm up to after this.
What are you up to?
Fuck you.
Oh, okay. So that's an edit out. Anyway,
Fuck you.
crashing your bike.
No, fuck you.
Hopefully.
How can we end this on a good note?
Anyway.
Can we end this on a good note for once?
Yeah. Ritep. Thank you.
It's been manageable with you tonight, Big D.
Thanks. You too.
Matt, we want to have you back soon.
I'm looking forward to the Power Hour.
Yeah, we're gonna do
been-
that one soon.
you've
I
been
think
one
the
of my
audience is
favorite
gonna be
guests.
looking forward to it. Anyway, Ritep, stop talking. Matt, enjoy your night. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. Not you. And good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, though.
Good night, Matt.
Okay, Matt. Good night for me, and not.
Good night, Matt.
You want to
Stop.
say good night?
This isn't
Matt.
Laurel and Hardy.
Matt, good night.
Well, I feel like there's two ways I would say good. I mean, you're
Okay.
saying good
Just say
night
good
as
night.
though we're on a pillow.
right.
I just meant like good night. Good night.
No, listen.
Good morning.
Ritep, please. Matt, good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Final good night.
Good night.
That's not airing.
Right.
Your last good night's not trumping mine.